Guys, I am very excited about this set. Now, I personally have no plans to purchase this at all, and I'm guessing that 80 to 90% of you don't either. And that is precisely why I am so optimistic. I'm sure that you can see where this is going. So, yeah, the reason why this is going to end up being a pass for most people isn't because the minifigures are awful. Honestly, I think that they did a very good job with them. And it's got nothing to do with the build either, though on a personal note, I'm not a huge fan of that new cockpit design. It has absolutely everything to do with that $45 price tag. If you've been active online at all this week, then you're probably well aware that people are not super thrilled about that. But frankly, people being dissatisfied with LEGO prices isn't anything new. However, I think that this time, it might be different. And I think that the reason why this time will be different has absolutely everything to do with the minifigures and that build. A lot of the sets that people describe as overpriced will still end up selling pretty well, either because they go with another set, they include a minifigure that people have been waiting for a long time to get, the last version of a ship we got was almost a decade ago, or because they have been very hyped up by the LEGO community and there is a strong sense of FOMO around them. Oftentimes, it's a combination of these. And so LEGO can get away with the prices because, yeah, it's ridiculous and overpriced, but, oh man, I really want that 9 nub. And so they poke and prod and test the limits. And with Ahsoka's Interceptor, I think that they're about to realize that they have passed those limits. The minifigures, while all three are exclusive, have not seen a huge amount of demand. We certainly have been in no short supply of Ahsoka Tano minifigures the past few years, and while it has been a long time since we've seen this particular Clone Wars variant of her, I'm not sure that that's going to drive sales all that much. Likewise, we've seen a decent amount of Anakin Skywalker minifigures recently, and yes, none of these were necessarily Clone Wars variants either, but much like the Ahsoka minifigure, I think that that is going to have a minor impact. And then, you have to imagine that the percentage of fans who buy sets specifically for astromech droids is pretty small. And as far as the build itself goes, we got an Edda-class Interceptor not too long back. It is a different color and paint job and everything, I know, but my point still stands. Ahsoka's Interceptor is in a much different position than the other overpriced sets. If they included somebody like an Asajj Ventress or a Clone Trooper Jessie, there would be a very different discussion going on right now. But, as much as I'd love a Jessie, I think it is a good thing that they didn't. This set is not in a position to sell well, and that will force LEGO to rethink a lot of their prices. $45 sucks right now, but I think that in the long run, this is going to be remembered as a good thing. And, you know, if this is still a day one purchase for you, no judgment here. I have definitely made my fair share of LEGO purchases that I probably could have saved a lot of money on if I had waited. I absolutely get it. But let's hope that this is the beginning of the end for the ridiculous prices. I guess, I'll see ya in one of these end screen videos. Crazy dog.
Out.